In this video, I'm just going to show you how I work on CNC to produce carvings. And this is a crest that I'm carving in ash, and I just turned off the machine. I will finish this shield tomorrow morning, and that's the second of the two shields. There is the front part, which is going to be the two horses that will mount on top of it, and a better example is here. This one I finished preparing today. But what I wanted to talk about here is digital carving. And I would start off with something like this, which is a template, two templates made in MDF, and I line out everything that I need in both layers, so you can see how one template guides me with the first glue up, and then of course the other template would guide me with the crest, and it would guide me with the back layer glue up. And that's how I would plan to arrive at this dual layer carving. And just to give you an example, here is a completed dual layer carving, and you can see it's very traditional. You would have the shadow and the undercuts on the back of where these one layer meets the other, and they're quite nicely knitted and tucked together. This is an English aesthetic on this particular shield, and here is also an English one. And right now the horses are a little bit pushed forward because they've not been totally scribed down in to merge together, but they are well on their way. And if I show you something like how well the horse's leg integrates there, that's very important. And the same here on this side, how well it integrates. The second leg of the horse is actually in the lower layer coming across. This is the hoof, and that's the leg going back into the horse. So that will all come forward when we start hand carving. But if we just stand back and take a look at what I've done here, it's been, again, heavily engineered and programmed and struck out on CNC first. It's a very powerful tool, very versatile in the amount of skills it's able to produce, including where I might use a profile cutter like this to come in there and give me a nice profile around the perimeter, and that just creates a lot of architecture and sharpness to the inside edge. And then a lot of other elements here is, for example, the pillow that you can see just in the background, which rises and bellies and fades again, is done quite fast here on the CNC because I don't need a lot of smoothness. It's very easy to hit that with a hand sander and make that part smooth. I did do some definition here with a sharper 1/8 cutter, get into some of the small areas, like for example defining the stars here on some of these lines was important to do. That's nice. But again, getting into some mechanical sleeves, not necessary. There's so much lay up there that's so intuitive to a hand carver that they don't need any more than that. In fact, a little bit of wood left on is a nice way for their chisel to bite into the material, and they need that too. When this front horse layer is properly merged back to the background, you can see I can put my hand in here, so there's about 3/4 of an inch to an inch on this side, and it's reasonably tight here. So I will back sculpt the horse probably with a hand plane actually, to just gouge it out fast, because I'll just be doing a radius cut. So I'll probably use some kind of a fast plane. Oh, I can't think of the name right now. to back scalp rather than even write a program, because you know, at the end of the day, these carvings are a combination of hand tricks and digital programming. The digital programming is not necessarily all the magic. Sometimes the hand tricks has the magic as well, and particularly the hand tools. So as we move beyond and get the basic scale, the structure, the engineering correct, which is what I've got going on here, then we will start the hand process, and the hand process takes us from this rough cut into something very, very beautiful, like you can see here. And really all you get to appreciate is all the handwork. It just exudes. Beautiful chisel marks, beautiful handwork. But again, this was all pre-engineered by myself on software and scaled to work. And the back cuts, you know, it's a great combination of the tradition and the technology that's available to us today. So I would have learned this technology over time. I would have started off doing everything by hand also, and then moving on into duplication machines. But my time in duplication machines was brief because I found them very cumbersome and already outdated. So I quickly moved beyond, within a period of about 3 years, moved out of duplication machines into CNC. And you can see the power of CNC and what I'm capable to do with it. And even just the sharpness of this lettering was quite a quick program to get all of that fast. So that entire shield, just to give you an example, is about 2 days work for me. And that's very powerful, especially that I'm duplicating the second one. So the second one makes it about 3 days work. So a lot of engineering, a lot of aesthetic, a lot of prep. It's an amazing process, and but you know, it's only when you see the finished product that you really see the joy in the work. But too often, how you get there is not understood, or if I couldn't do it this fast, there's no way I could do this project. So it's just important that I have this process. It's a wonderful process, and just making these crests just reminded me how good and fast I am at it, and what a wonderful process it is. So thank you for watching.